G'day, it's Mark Rogan from O'Neill Real Estate, and this is number 34 Bradley Street in YOKINE. A two-story home, a beautiful home. We're going to go and see it room by room in just a second, but for now, that is the gate that provides side access to the backyard, to the workshop that we'll see in a second, and also allows the access for a potential future subdivision. If that doesn't have you interested already, I don't know what you're looking for, because this has a lot going on. That is the double garage. We're going to see inside that as well, and we have a gated entrance. So those two things, that one and that one, those are gates. They close. They're open right now, so we can walk to the doors, which also open and close. Yeah, fairly standard expectation, but you know, good to know. It is the Perth market in 2025. There's houses selling without doors. So we will have a look through at what is on the go with this one. We're downstairs. The bedrooms are downstairs. The garage shopper's access is there. And you know what? I think we're going to start upstairs just to keep it interesting. So we're going to go up this beautiful Tasmanian oak staircase with very nice balustrades and all of those kinds of things going on. It is a high quality home, as you will see as we go. We have all of the living space up here. So this is kind of where the current owners spend the day. Up in this section, it is very, very well set up to cater for life, and a beautiful flow, firstly of air, great airflow with the glass curtain that opens across the front here. That's an unbelievable feature. All of these windows stack back, so you can have this whole area opened up and flowing beautifully for day-to-day living. So it has a real integration of that indoor and outdoor kind of feel. The kitchen is built in up here with the mains gas supply. And we've got a lovely kitchen, the good-sized fridge recess, dishwasher, oven and electric stove, or induction cooktop, I should say. Glass splashback. This house has no grout. This is a tileless house. Everything is made to be very, very low maintenance. Look at this kitchen as well. Like the cupboards in this place. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 overhead cupboards. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 drawers, plus those two there. And then a cupboard. I mean, it is a very cupboardy kind of place. We've got this pantry. Oh, look, there's another cupboard down the end. And a very practical setup indeed through there. You wouldn't realize that's behind it. Oh, look, 2 more cupboards. Just with that door and then all of that space through there. Pretty impressive. We've got ducted reverse cycle air conditioning throughout the home as well. There's solar panels on the roof, helping to keep those bills down. And when life is going on upstairs, you have the powder room and toilet up here as well. Kind of showing you all the details in this one, because presumably if you're watching this video, it's because you haven't been here yet, or maybe you can't make it at all, or maybe you've already been here and you just wanted to watch again. I get it. It's a nice house. I'd want to have another look too. So that whole space upstairs is fantastic, and beautiful natural light through this home as well. Now, we were talking about it being quite cupboardy. Look, we have another one. So more storage back here. You can never have too much. And then I love this. This is the understairs ironing space. So you've got storage under here, and then it goes back here and then back under here. So, you know, you're never going to be short of places to stash stuff. But this is a handy spot too, just the iron right there. I like that. I like the fact you can close that off and forget you've even got it. There's the controls for your aircon. Like I say, pointing out all the little bits and pieces because you're not here to see it in person. This is all the stuff you'd be seeing with your own eyeballs if your eyeballs were here to have a look as well. This is a whole bunch of storage across here in this room that's set up as a study at the moment. Now, this is the double garage, and it's extra long so that there was more room for more storage, which we've got right across here. And then access through there as well. And I mentioned the gate, but that's the gate. Just helping you get your perspective on things as we go. Alrighty, so that shows you what is going on in the garage. A fantastic space. Oh, and another thing, there's even air conditioning out here because the owner would spend a fair bit of time out here doing his work. So a couple of vents just to keep it comfortable. There's not too many houses with an air-conditioned garage. I've got to point that out. And carpeted walls. So, you know, you do the studio thing, make a bit of noise, play a guitar, this or that, and it's all very good. Not bothering the neighbours. Okay, to the left, here we go. We have a laundry. How practical is this? You've got, again, no grout that you have to scrub and clean. You've got the epoxy floors and the separate loo down here as well. Linen cupboard. And this bedroom here that has the big built-in wardrobe along the side. So great big sliding glass doors or mirror doors that go from floor to ceiling. And room for a queen-size bed and associated furniture. Great high ceilings through here as well. It is very nicely set up. And then this room also a very good size. You've got the big built-in wardrobes in here too. And loads of space, so you can configure that however suits you best. Main bathroom has a separate bath, as well as the epoxy floors, huge mirror, shower without the grout. So you've just got the glass on the splash on the walls there. So very, very easy to keep it clean. Hot water system, all the automation and all those sorts of things on that. And the main bedroom. So this is a really good size. You've got the sliding wardrobe doors on that side, and then again, more sliding doors over here. 2 aircon vents in this room, and the big sliding doors out to the backyard from here. So it is very, very well set up. And of course, the big shower, the double shower, 2 doors, opening and closing types again. And you've got, like, that's a lot of room in here. You can see a bit more detail about this sort of stuff on the floor plan, but like it's proper big spaces. It's lovely. And of course, a separate toilet. If you were here, you'd have a squiz. Why not have a squiz? Squiz, not a whiz. Right? Just to clarify. All right. So that is everything that's going on downstairs. You've seen the upstairs, you've seen the downstairs. Now I will show you outside. Subdivision-wise, this has been set up with the house properly positioned to make this a very viable option. This is not going to be some big complication if you decide to subdivide. It has been built so that you can. Even the concrete, all of those things down there, you are miles ahead of the pack already when it comes to setting this up to make that happen. So the shed, obviously you'd have to remove that if you were subdividing, but it's a brick shed. It's absolutely brilliant. Like, I talk about subdividing like it's something you'd want to do straight away. You might not want to do that for years. The zoning is R30. You've got the options. In the meantime, just have a shed. A great big workshop. Look at the size of this thing. So it's approximately 9 by 7. Approximately. I haven't got the exact measurements in front of me, but it's approximately 9 by 7. Don't quote me on that, but I will try and get the exact measurements for you. Absolutely big enough to put a whole bunch of stuff in, I will say that much. All powered and very practical indeed. Carport area at the front. You'll get a truck down here. In fact, the current owner did bring a truck home from work each night and park it out the back, shut the gate, and it was all good to go from that point of view. Out the back on this side, a couple of fruit trees, and a very straightforward and easy kind of arrangement. The fences are Super 6 hardy fence. Which for the record is not commonly an asbestos fence. I think they still tend to treat Super 6 like it is asbestos, but it's more modern than the old asbestos fences. There's that big aircon unit. And down the side of the house, hot water system, gas instantaneous, all linked back to those control panels. And it is a super easy, super well looked after property. Everything is very well maintained. And again, 759 square meters, that is a lot of land. And you don't have to do a great deal to stay on top of it because it has been so very well set up. Now, look, it would be sad to end the tour down the side of the house, the boring side of the house. So we'll move out this way. Hopefully that shows you what you need to see. If there is anything that you go, oh, but, well, let us know and we'll try and get an answer for you on that. Otherwise, hopefully that shows you what you need to see to be able to make an offer if you can't make it in person, or to convince you that it's worth coming to have a look, or just to back up what you've already seen when you did come and see it for yourself. It's Mark Rogan from O'Neill Real Estate. Thanks very much for having a look around. Look forward to talking with you soon.